1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are going. As we see Lewis Jones picking up a drive-through penalty on a jump start. You see the half mile in the back of M.A. Harry getting an amazing start. He is ghosting at the moment. I think there were some lag issues, but Death Star continues with P1. There's a dramatic start here as there is a McLaren of Coppa going left and right as he's got 2 or 3 cars either side. M.A. Harry has left right. There's Williams going quite wide, followed by the Haas off Griever, having a disastrous start here. To stick it up one position, Lanny, monumental. She did capitalise over the scrap here between the McLarens and does move up into P3. Should be a good race. Shame you can't race today. Yeah, real shame. But life does come first. As we see an overtake here from going up with over Diamonds off that Aston Martin going through the middle of Sector 2. Now folks, we did see before the race that a couple of people were saying there might not be many overtakes, but I actually disagree. With how aggressive the drivers are in this league, and there'll be more than what people think. As you see, Diamonds defending that position over Bonaparte.
Also with Griever also like losing a lot of position to start, he'll be anxious to make them back up again.
He definitely will, as both Diamonds and Bonaparte are going side by side here as we go through the final corner. There is slight contact, I believe, but Diamonds does opt in to tuck in behind him, but he does use a slipstream, does get that ERS, and does get the move on the inside. But Bonaparte is actually at risk here of losing positions over Humane as well. He does take the inside line and actually gets a switchback over Diamonds, and they do make slight contact as Diamonds does pick up a 3-second time penalty, and that might be removed as he was sent kind of wide due to the nudge. So we definitely will look at that after the race. So there's a battle here for this P8 position and P9 as both again Diamonds and Bonaparte are going side by side through the end of that DRS zone number 2.
P8 to P8 13 is a DRS train right now as well.
Yep, there is a mega DRS train between Diamonds all the way back to control Griever as Bonaparte does pick up. But we see Festuca is actually going for the move here over Dive Star on that DRS, getting the DRS and using the slip lane. He didn't even use that much ERS, but if you look at Death Star's ERS, he has got like 95% ERS. So Death Star will be coming back on the offense here over Festuca on this DRS zone number 2. Now DRS zone number 2 is a bit shorter. What is this camera angle? What's going on? DRS zone number 2 is a bit shorter than number 1. So I wouldn't be surprised here if Death Star does wait for that longer DRS. But he jump back on board here with the top 2. Now, there's a good chance.
Happens that Griever did make up a position there as well over Blurp. Obviously, he is on the soft, so he needs to make up a lot of position ASAP Rocky.
Speaking of making up positions, Death Star again is going on the offense off Festuca, like I predicted, taking that DRS zone number 1 and getting the move done and dusted. Now, Festuca has used half his DRS, but Death Star's not even used 10%. Now, this battle may go on for quite some time between Festuca and Death Star. As we see down towards the lower end of the grid, Griever did lose a position to Humane, I believe, or he was fighting back and forth with Humane.
No, he's actually net up again because he was down in 14th. He's now up in 11th, so he took over Rousey. I don't know what the story was to Humane. I missed that part.
Maybe it was Rousey that I seen. I did just see the ticks as Derp goes on the inside line here off Rousey. Tries to nudge his head in, but there was slight contact and loses the front end slightly, but tucks in behind Rousey once again. As Rabble must have gone a little bit wide. Rabble had a moment as lost 4 positions to Humane, Griever, Rousey, Blurp, and it was all the way down to P13. He must have went wide through the middle of Sector 2. Bit unfortunate here for Rabble. He has a bit of a amount of climb here. As Griever has a disaster as well. We did just see in the back end there, he did lose. I'm not too sure if there's slight contact here between Griever and Humane. I don't think so. He may have just lost the rear end and lost that position.
Washed. Never dry.
Griever washed. As Lanny does get a position over Coppa. We did just see a move here between 1 and 2. There's a lot of positions being lost.
Cato lost a position to Lanny as well.
Yeah.
Did you say that? Just
mention that. As I see down towards the lower end of the grid here, Blurp and Rousey battling once again, using that DRS advantage. Want to look at the position change here from the beginning of the race, folks. Good people, kind of good people who actually made some moves in this year, race to point out. Blunty and Kai Parker having a fantastic race. Now, Kai has lost some time to Diamonds up and behind, but the thing is, Diamonds is on a 3-second time penalty and is on the softs on lap 9. So Kai Parker, in theory, can make those tires last a little bit longer. As we do see a caution in Sector 2. I believe that is...
Is that Harry?
That is Harry.
Safety car. This is
That
big
is
for
it.
Lewis Jones.
This is massive for Lewis Jones. He will get back up on the grid.
And Griever will get a free pit stop as well. Full safety car, which is massive for all those ones at the back on their soft tires. To get rid of them ASAP.
Safety car is actually in this lap, which I did not expect. So yeah,
I
folks,
did not expect that.
no overtaking on the restart until the start-finish line.
Can't
as we
run
all know.
alongside people either.
And you can't run alongside it as well. Now you can't stop and start on the start, so we'll have a little look here on Festuca as he does hit the accelerator and does restart the race. As there is already a back and forth between the drivers behind. I believe that was a Ferrari of Blunty and McLaren of Capo. But Festuca, a good launch, but Death Star is right up behind him, and Lanny. Lanny is there too. She's up right up behind.
Griever, Rabble, and Jones. Oh.
But Lanny is right up behind here off Death Star as they are battling here for these podium positions. But Capo right up behind Lanny, 5 tenths behind. Blunty follows suit by 4 tenths. Blunty has made monumental gains given his qualifying position. He's up in P5 at the moment. Diamond's in behind. Kai Parker in behind as well, and that beautiful Merc on the hard compounds, holding that P7. One up with E again in P8, giving some defence to Kai Parker actually on the mediums as well. Leo Stone's picking up a 3-second time penalty, which is not ideal on the safety car restart, as they are both rinsing towards him to try and build a gap. As Diamonds actually goes on the inside move here off Blunty as they go wheel to wheel through the end exit off DRS zone number 2. Slight contact here as they go through the double right-hander. Very cautious driving here from both drivers as they are being very, very disciplined. Blunty does come out ahead here off Diamonds and holds that P5 position. Very, very good defence here from Blunty.
With them scrapping, now we see Kai Parker closing that gap up.
And Humane's only 2 tenths behind Kai Parker, but if Kai Parker can stay up here behind off Diamonds and use that DRS when it is activated in the next lap, he should be fine. But very good job here from Blunty holding that P5 position. Good defence here from him today. But down the board here quickly with Humane, he is right up behind Kai Parker, and I would not be surprised here if he does go for the move here on this start-finish straight. Getting that ERS activation. Now, he won't have DRS this lap, as you see the rear ring isn't open, and he just has less. He doesn't have as straight line speed here off Kai Parker, just running different setups, and Kai Parker does hold that third line, that P7 position. Now, with this pressure here from Humane, this could be quite nerve-wracking for Kai Parker, but he's doing okay thus far. As you see, Humane has the advantage of DRS. Uses the DRS, get the inside line, and does get the position made.
Biggest loser from that safety car, I believe, is Lanny coming out on them softs, and she's losing ground on the P1 and 2 in the mediums. She will have to pit again, or she will be struggling out of mountain towards the end. So it's going to be interesting to see how she manages that. And she, as I say that, she does lose a position there in P4.
Advantage off, as you see down the bottom end there. Blunty and Diamonds fighting once again at the end of the DRS. Diamonds does get the move done over Blunty, but Blunty again coming back at him on the outside. Gets pushed slightly a little bit wide, but it is within the rulings as Blunty does get the DRS over Diamonds, but Diamonds is right behind, has the inside line, and Blunty is having to kind of pull back. He did lock up slightly, and there was slight contact. I think that was due to Blunty locking up slightly, but no harm done and no foul. But I'm sure
a lot of back and forth with the back of the grid here as well, with Griever, Jones, and Blurp.
There is
all
indeed.
change positions constantly. Oh, and a little bit of a love contact there from Griever on and Jones. That was a bit dicey, that. Now back at the DRS range, which is good for him.
As we did just see Blunty taking that position back over Diamonds, he did use the DRS advantage and get that position done. But both drivers here on around 50% of ERS still in their arsenal, so they do have some ERS to play with. Now Lanny is sticking in P4. She did lose a position over Capo, but at the moment with those 3-second time penalties, it could save her slightly with those soft compounds, as we do see at the bottom end. Blurp getting a position over Kai Parker. Kai Parker has been kind of swallowed up slightly. Now he is on those hard compounds, so he should be okay later on in the race. He is under threat here off Lewis Jones. Jones, call him Mr. Jones. And speaking of Jones, he did lose position over Griever. There was a mistake. And Jones does go, I think, a little bit wide, and Griever does capitalise and get that position done over Jones. Jones, call him Mr. Jones. As we jump back up in P4.
Oh, God, I can't believe we did that, sir. Rabble must have made a mistake there too. The gap is yeah, the gap has come back again.
Yeah, it has indeed. I think
Oh,
it's
Rebels having moments. I think he was ghosted there for a second there. I don't know what's going on.
well, not their way. And again, folks, Diamond's going for that move where Blunty on the DRS. These drivers are switching back and forth. And with this battle, Humane is right up behind him. So one mistake or one collision from both these drivers moves Humane up to P6 or P5. But with that 3-second time penalty, it will be tough. As these two drivers are making love taps left, right, and centre. As again, the two Williams are slingshot. Are they slingshotting? I don't think they are indeed. They're actually not. They are battling back and forth. As Kai Parker is right up behind him. He is ready to pounce if you make any mistakes. As one of us taking a very slow line. Very cautious line on the throttle. As Kai Parker going for the move. Kai Parker on the inside here line off Bonaparte. They do go wheel to wheel at the end of a DRS zone number 2, but
That's exactly what Griever likes to see. That he is sniffing now. He has had enough of Lewis Jones. He has cleared that 1.5 second gap. No more DRS train for him. He's now in line for the DRS train of Kai Parker, Bonaparte, and Blurt. He's smelling them out. With them time penalties, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, he is indeed. Oh, just quickly jump aboard here again with this battle between P5, P6 and P7. There was slight contact. Contact again between Blunty and Humane. Humane hits the inside line off Blunty. And he saves the car, thankfully, and doesn't cause a safety car or anything like that. But Diamonds, again, is on the attack of Blunty. Gets the inside line, but Humane's right there now. He's right up behind. Big lock up here from Humane. Blunty gets a switch back over Diamonds at the end of DRS zone number 2. Gets a better exit over Diamonds with the DRS advantage. And gets that position remade in P5. This battle for P5, P6 and P7 is colossal. It is crazy, and we all know how close the championship battle is at the moment. It is very, very close. So any position and any point, every point matter.
They're really hurting each other by overfighting each other because they let Griever catch back up again. They've one of them locked up, not quite sure who, but Griever is now, after losing a bit of time with fighting with Kai Parker, the 1.2 second gap is now back down to 0.3. And he can now DRS off them, and obviously Bonaparte does have the time penalty, so it's going to be real rough for them both. If anything, Burp should maybe let Bonaparte by and DRS off him and try and clear Griever.
Yeah,
as he gets the DRS down the straight here.
Forget about that battle. We did just see Diamonds going across P6 over Blunty again. They're fighting back and forth. Humane there. Bonaparte. Griever gets a position over Blurt with the DRS. Very, very good overtake with that DRS. Both drivers would have had a DRS advantage as well. So I wonder if Griever just had a better straight line speed and was able to get that move done. But he is on full attack mode here on Bonaparte. Gets a position made using the DRS. Bonaparte takes a very, very defensive line to hold that inside. We're going wheel to wheel through the exit off the DRS zone number 2. Griever on the outside, gets position made, takes up a spot, closes the gap for Bonaparte, and takes that P8 position with Blunty and the Diamonds battle, which has been ongoing now, it feels like, since the safety car restart. As we see at the very top, Coppo is 3/10 behind Devstar, but he isn't able to get that position made. But Blunty is going on the offensive over Diamonds, has the inside line, use the DRS with the ERS advantage. It does make slight contact, it does send Diamonds wide slightly, but he does get that position done and dusted. What standout here for at the moment is Lani, like you were saying, Mr. Birch. She has done a cracking job to keep those soft compounds.
Adam going for the move. Gets it done.
Sorry, folks, I did miss that there. I was speaking about Lani.
I'm not sure
Devstar,
what the time penalties are. Is that net gains or not?
It is indeed. It is indeed. Devstar does go a little bit wide. The only other potential position for Devstar is right now on this DRS zone number 2. But I don't think he has the time. I think that their position that Coppo made earlier on.
They have a bit of a lock up there though, so it's going to be dicey. It does.
Who's that off the track? Diamonds spun turn 1 or turn 2, and that moves him down to P7, potentially P8 as he loses the position to Griever. Griever goes on the outside, gets position done over Diamonds, and Diamonds has found himself in a very, very rough situation as Diamonds does go for the overtake back again over Griever. Now Diamonds is holding on to a 3-second time penalty, but he is battling nonetheless, wanting to get that position over Griever to try and make up any time possible as they go wheel to wheel through the middle of sector 2 here. But forget about that battle here for now, as we'll jump on board here quickly with Festuga, as he is approaching the start-finish line, taking another victory here in Portugal, Portimão, taking a P1. Fantastic results here from Festuga. Capo not too far behind.
Nice
Death Star in P3. Lanny having a fantastic race in P4. Blunty